Welcome to this English grammar lesson on the definite and indefinite articles. The definite article is the, and the indefinite articles are and an. This lesson will help you understand articles better with many example sentences, a quiz, and some homework. Please watch the full lesson, learn the rules, and do the homework. It will improve your English. It's time to master English articles. Let's get started. Again, the definite article is the, and the indefinite articles are and an. It is important to understand the difference between talking in a specific way and talking in a general way. When we speak specifically, we are focused on one exact noun that everyone can see and identify. When we speak generally, we are not talking about any specific, or one, noun. The definite article, the, is used to refer to a specific noun, something that is already known to the listener or reader. It is not speaking in a general way. If something has been mentioned before, then we should usually use the article, the. For example, the book is mine. In this sentence, the book refers to a particular book that everyone in the conversation knows. The next sentence. I saw the movie last night. In this sentence, the movie refers to a specific movie that the speaker saw. On the other hand, the indefinite articles, and an, are used to refer to a nonspecific noun, or one that is not known to the listener or reader. This is talking in a general way. Is used before words that begin with consonant sounds, while an is used before words that begin with vowel sounds. If something has not been mentioned before, then we should usually use the articles, or an, when first introducing the noun. For example, I want to buy a car. In this sentence, a car refers to any car, not a specific one. Also, the idea of buying a car is first mentioned now. Now, let's look at the next sentence. He bought an umbrella. In this sentence, an umbrella refers to a general umbrella, not a specific one. Since this is the first we know and hear about this umbrella, we introduce it with an. Let's look at these two sentences. The first sentence, a cat is outside my window. And the next sentence, the cat is outside my window. In the first sentence, we use the indefinite article, to express that it is an unknown, and therefore, not specific cat. It has never been mentioned before. In the second sentence, we use the definite article, the, because the cat has already been mentioned or is known to the listener. Therefore, it is important to pay attention to the context when using articles in English. The context provides clues as to whether a noun is specific or general and which article should be used. Let's look at two more sentences to show the difference between the articles. I saw a man on the street. This sentence means that the speaker saw a man they don't know or recognize. It's not a specific man, but we do know the street, and it is a known street. The next sentence. I saw the man on a street. This sentence means that the speaker saw a man that they know or recognize, and they are referring to that specific man. But the street is not specific. Now let's take a look at comparatives. When comparing two things, you can use either definite or indefinite articles. Let's take a look at the first sentence. A tree is bigger than a mushroom. The speaker here is making a general statement. The speaker is not talking about a specific tree or mushroom. The speaker is suggesting that all trees in the world are usually bigger than all mushrooms in the world. In this sentence, the tree is bigger than the mushroom, the speaker is talking about one specific tree and one specific mushroom and comparing them. For superlatives, the definite article is almost always used. Let's look at this example sentence. This is the greatest English lesson in the world. Expressions like the greatest and in the world will always use the. Let's move on to some exceptions. There are some exceptions where we don't use an article at all. For example, we don't use an article with countries. I visited Japan last year. Languages. She speaks English fluently. Sports. He plays soccer every weekend. Meals. Let's have lunch. You would never say, let's have a lunch. Now, let's look at these example English sentences. I like dogs. No article is needed because dogs is a general category. She drinks coffee every morning. No article is needed because coffee is an uncountable noun. They are doctors. No article is needed because doctors is a plural noun. In the case of unspecified plural nouns, that is just a general statement, no articles are needed. Please remember these exceptions. Now, let's look at a short English story to highlight the difference between the definite and indefinite articles. John walked into the local bookstore and went straight to the magazine section. He picked up a magazine and began to read it. After 2 minutes, he put the magazine back and walked over to some bookshelves. He saw a book that caught his eye and picked it up. He started reading the book. He decided to buy the book. In this story, we are talking about a specific bookstore in the neighborhood and a specific magazine section that is known to be in that bookstore, so we use the article, the. The indefinite article, is used to refer to the magazine John picked up. He could have picked up any magazine, so it's not a specific one. Once he picked it up and read it, it makes the magazine unique and specific, so we now use the magazine. The indefinite article, is used to refer to the book John picked up. He could have picked up any book, so it's not a specific one. Once he picked it up and read it, it makes the book unique and specific, so we now use the book. Once the book and magazine were introduced, they are known, and we must start using the definite article, the. I hope the story made things more clear. Remember, understanding the use of definite and indefinite articles can greatly improve your ability to communicate clearly and effectively in English. Let's go to the quiz. Here are some sentences with blanks that you can fill in with the correct definite or indefinite article. Fill in the blanks with an, or the. I will give you a few moments to guess. The answers are, I love to eat a slice of pizza every day. The slices I eat are usually cheap. The slice I ate last night was the most delicious in the world. Let's discuss the answers. In the first sentence, I'm giving new information about what kind of food I love for the first time, so I must use an indefinite article and say, a slice of pizza. In the second sentence, slices is actually plural and not talking about one specific slice, so you must use the slices. Remember, plurals always use the definite article, the. For the last sentence, we begin talking about the slice we introduced in the first sentence, so we must use the slice. Also, there is a superlative expression, so again, the definite article must be used for the most delicious, and in the world. Let's continue on with the lesson. Now, it's time for your English homework about definite and indefinite articles. I will post these sentences in the description of the video. You need to fill in 5 blanks. A tip to follow when doing the homework is to think about if the noun has been mentioned before or not in this video. If we discuss the noun in this video, then use the. If we haven't discussed it yet, then a or an would be best, as that topic or idea is the first time being introduced. Please fill in the blanks and post your homework below the video. Thank you for watching my video. Please do your homework. Oh, here is a bonus homework task. In the comments, please say banana so I know you listened this far. If you write banana in the comments, I know you are a super student. You're awesome. Thank you for your support.